Hello, in the case of Gable, Tostee and Wright, I have new insights why he is guilty. Not guilty of throwing her down, but guilty of being aware that she is in danger for life and not helping her. And I can prove this by the sound of the door. He was manipulating at the door in the moment when she died, and he told it the other way, like he would be somewhere around, but then suddenly looked to the window, and saw her falling. No, he watched her the whole time, and he could have helped her. And this I'm proof by, or I show by the sound of the door. Now we must know something about this door. Later I'm analyzing this these sounds here. First we have a picture. Do I get it a little bit bigger? Okay, but we see it. This is the room. There's a door. Now it's important to understand. There are doors that open automatically by a motor. This can be here, but it is not my argumentation that this door had a motor. I will show you doors and mechanisms that have motors, but it is not about this. There are two things to understand. There are electric locks, door locks to unlock, to lock, and there's a magnet in it. And this is what is functioning by electric. And there is other doors that have even more. They have a motor to open the door even. This, I don't know exactly what kind of door this was, but I bring examples. Don't think that I'm wrong because the door of Gable had not a motor. It is not about this theme of the motor, but it is you hear sound. They have to do these sounds with a magnet. So it is important to talk a little bit about this stuff to understand this. So just check this. Hear the sound, hear the sound, hear the sound. Well, this was open. Hear this sound. Tack, tack. And you see, there is. You see this red? This shows you there's an electric mechanism in this. So this can be manipulated by hand on the other side when you press a button. But this also can be how you call it, by funk, with a hand. With a handy, you know, you can also open this, for example. There are different possibilities, but there is, you know, this door this must not be only opened by electric, but it has to be locked. And there is a one sound that is unlocking the door. And I'm not English, but I hope you can understand. You see this? Just to inform you where a sound comes from. But it's just about the mechanism. This can also be, for example, you know, it can also be that in this position, this locking is down on the floor or upside upside, you know, and there is the lock that is holding this in position, or when it is locked, it must not, the lock must not be in this area. It can be downside, upside, but somewhere it is, and somewhere the mechanism, it is working with this magnet, and this magnet makes this sound. This is important to understand. So now I show you something auto slide. Don't tell me, oh, this door had not auto slide. It is not about auto slide. It is about something else.
Wouldn't it be great if the door just opened for you? After years of research and development, AutoSlide has developed an automatic door system that easily attaches to the existing sliding doors in your home. Is this just another gimmick that you don't need? Not to the thousands around the world who have already seen the countless advantages.
I know. Don't tell me this door for Gable had not auto slide. I know. I don't know if it has auto slide, but it is not necessary that his door had auto slide. I want to show you something.
Advantages of having an auto slide.
I think the auto slide is a really good solution for people with mobility issues.
Now, it is what I want to show you is that this guy, when he is opening, it makes a clack. This sound that I showed you before, this sound. So before the door is moving open, it has this sound clack clack, and this is unlocking. You know, this door also needs to be unlocked, and then the motor is opening. So it is, I don't compare the auto slide that it is automatically opening. I compare the unlocking for electrical unlocking of this door, of such a door, and then it can be an auto slide, it can be moved by hand. I think in the case of Gable, it was he moved it with hand, but it is, I want to show you this KlackKlack also is here, and this is an important argument that I later use. So just check it out again.
People with mobility issues.
Tack, tack.
Also, if they have
It
got
made
pets,
tack, tack.
they don't have to keep getting
Also
up
with a
around.
dog.
It's a good
Wait.
solution for people with mobility issues. And also, if they have got pets, they don't have.
Also, when the dog came to it, the dog it first unlocked, because when you have only a motor to open it, this is not safe. Then the burglars can come in. So there is a locking, and first it must unlock, and then it opens. So this you have to understand. Now keep this in mind. Now I show you something. So we are now here. This is a room where all this stuff happened. So now I let this video and I show you something.
These are the forensic photos of Gable's flat. Meters away is the telescope clamp that Warina grabbed and allegedly tried to use as a weapon.
This is where I've basically bundled her up and started to carry her out the nearest door.
Also, he bundled her up and carried her to the nearest door, he said.
Why did you try and hit me with that? Huh?
How far is it between the front door and the balcony door?
It's a lot closer to the balcony door, and it was wide open, and it was the logical option at the time. So
this is a question: was it open or was it not open? The door, but okay, this cannot be. Before this scene where I'm talking about you hear several times this sound of the door. So therefore, it reminds me, in the argumentation why this is good, they tell you, wait, we go on.
To keep getting up and down to open the door for the dogs.
With optional accessories for your pet, such as the pet mat, pet sensor, and the collar sensor, your autos.
So this is also something. There are different kinds to open, different possibilities to open. And there are sensors, you know, when you walk in the room and you come near the door, it depends how this is done, you know. If it's enough, you come 1 meter or 2 meters or 20 centimeters. It depends. You can how near you have to come when the door is opening.
Slide can be easily programmed to open for your pet. Or what about trying to open the door when your hands are full with the shopping? In fact, anytime you are loaded up,
you see this door opened from a distance, and so. What I'm not now going so deep, but in the minutes before this all happened, several times I heard the door. I don't want it to make it complicated here, but it is not sure if the door was open like he said, and not because
it'd be great to see your door opening for you.
Well, we entertain a lot at home, so the auto slide is a lot easier for us, especially when you're carrying our items, drinks, and food. And so it's fantastic, especially with a lot of people, parties. The door is always opening and closing, so it's fantastic.
Yeah, you see, he said the door is always opening and closing. So this I have to let open because I don't know if this door of Gable had this mechanism that it is always opening and closing, but we also have to have this in mind, that what he said, that the door was open, we have to question this. So this I want to this was one point. So now we go on here.
The balcony door, and it was wide open.
It is not sure. It is not sure, but it is not the most important point. But we have to question this.
Balcony door, wide open.
Maybe. So now we go on. We go on. So in this, during this, I say that we hearing here sounds of the door. 3 sounds. It must not, you know. I'm talking here from Germany. I have good idea to this case, but it is necessary to check it on the spot how it is there. You know, I give you good ideas, but maybe I'm wrong in a detail. But it helps you to see my main point and check it out. So now think to this. Tuck tuck. Wait, we can. So you see, when it is closing and when it is opening, with this, this makes this clack clack. So now we have several sounds in this. So wait. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 sounds in this. The girl is crying and so, but there are 3 sounds of the door. Again. 1, 2, 3. So, and this when we are analyzing this more in the detail, you also you hear how he is closing the door. I'm so deep in the details that I can prove and show where he is closing the door. You hear it. You know, this is you first have to understand it so very, very deep, and then the whole circumstances open up from your eyes. If you don't, you have first, you have to know it, and then you see it or you hear it, you know. And I can go so deep in this understanding that I can explain. So we go, a moment, so this first tak-tak, what we heard now, this is unlocking. But the open, you have to understand, this was not the closed door unlocking, but the open door. So this is not something here, a lock, but this is locking. This is the door is locked. Wait, I have to look for a picture. Okay, I want to explain you something. Think to an auto slide glass door. There's also a mechanism that is locking, but it is not here in this area, you know, where you expect the lock. Here's no lock. So the lock mechanism can be upside somewhere, you know, where you don't see it, or it could be downside in the floor. So there, you have to think there is this KlackKlack mechanism, this magnetic unlock mechanism, but it does not. But what you are seeing here, this is only an example, you know. It can be in a door in this position, but it can be upside or downside. It must not be here. But anyway, you somehow, you know, when there is no lock, it can be opened by a burglar. So there must be somehow where a locking mechanism that the burglar cannot open it, you know. And this is like this. You have to think also in our case here, in the door of Tostee, there is somewhere this mechanism to lock and unlock, and even in the so yeah, okay, well, this is now talking about the closed door, but this door has I'm sure it is like this, that this door has also a mechanism that can keep it in an open position. So this is not normal in this case, but in this door, wait, in this case of the moment. So this means to hear the sound of this KlackKlack, of this locking and unlocking mechanism, must not mean that the door was shut and it is open, like we saw in the examples, but you know, even when you have children, when they play around and they would get their hands inside and damage their hands. So when the door shall be open, it also shall be fixed in a position where it is open. And when you shut it, want to shut it, you also have to activate this unlock mechanism, and then this means you have to even if you here you see it only in the position when it is locked and you open it, then you hear this KlackKlack. But this is only an example. What I want to show is that also when you want to close it, you need to unlock it, because the locking mechanism is not here at the side, it is somewhere on the floor or upside. Oh, it's difficult for me to speak English, but you will see I have very good argumentation. So now it is a question if the door was open when he put her outside, because in the moment before, and there was heard other sounds that can mean that the door was opening then. But okay, so let's come to this what we hear in the video here. And so I go back. So what we hear here is he threw her out and then closed the door. And now I show it you in the details. Oh, moment. Now I show you in the details. I make it a little bit so now. So now he brings her out. Now she is out, and this first sound, tuck tuck, what you heard. I go a little bit back. This sound, tuck tuck. Right? No. Tuck tuck. This is the position. The door is open. He activates the unlocking, and this magnet, tuck tuck, makes it possible to close the door. You know, the door is open, but it is fixed, because this locking mechanism is not only locking the door when it is shut, but it is locking the door in an open position. So first, what you heard, this KlackKlack, is he unlocked the door, and now he is closing the door. Now, and I show you this exactly. Wait. Here. This is very good that you see it visibly. Here you hear the sound of a closing door. So check it very good. I first go a little bit back, and we now try to check the sound of the closing door. Wait. Tuck tuck. Here it is. Here it is. Here it was. Here it. In the first it made clack clack, but after clack clack, you hear the sound of the closing door. So I go to the closing door. Now this is you see you're hearing her, but you have to listen to the closing door. Wait. Or is it more here? And when it is closed, it makes another clack. But wait. This deep sound is this the wheels or the of this sliding, you know, of this. Yeah, this is here. This is the sound of the sliding door. Check it out. Yeah, it is so fast, you know. Boop, boop, boop. This is here. You hear it, because she is still shouting. When you start here, you hear her shouting, but then you hear the sliding door, and then it is here. It is in the position when it is closed, and the locking mechanism is locking again. So wait. Tack. Okay. So I go a little bit back. So again. So I say when it is making the first clack, I say 1, and then there's the time when the door closes, and then there's the next clack. I say 2. 1, closing, second, 2. Yeah, it is. Wait. Yeah, it is this area here. What now? Yeah. It is very important to understand this. I repeated a few times that you see exactly, you have to know where is this first, the unlocking. The open door needs to be unlocked because it cannot be moved. It needs to be unlocked. It is fixed. It is open, but it's fixed in the position with a lock. Then he threw her out. Then somehow he unlocked it. Maybe there is a button to press it, or somehow he unlocked it. And where's it then? Okay, he unlocked it, and then he moved the door. So again, he unlocked it. Tack, tack. This was unlocking, and now from here on, from here to here, this is around 1 second or so. In this time, he is closing fast the door. She is outside, he is inside, he is closing the door. But because she is screaming, her sound is so loud that it is overwriting it here on this diagram. But when she stops shouting, you still hear something of this closing door. Here, after she stops crying here, then here this you hear a little bit. Okay, I do it one more time, and then here this is the next clack. The next clack. When the door is closed, there's the next clack. First clack is opening, that the door can be moved. The lock opening. Not the door is already opened, but it has to be unlocked. Then it can be moved, and it shuts, and then it locks again. So again, showing you. This was unlocking. Now from here to here he is closing, and now the next clack. This is now the door is closed, and now and again something clack, a little clack. This I cannot explain from here. It has to do with the door. It needs to check this special door, how this is functioning. But there are this door has these 3 sounds. Okay, so the video gets a little bit long this time. Now I'm so again I have now this moment. Tack, tack, tack. So here in this case I made the sound of the things of the KlackKlack a little bit louder, and the girl a little bit not so loud, so it can be better heard. These are the sounds. Okay, so now we come to the next. Okay, here we see this. Just to remember the things. But don't tell me, oh, this is but it is not such a lock in this door. I know this is an example, you know, this is a mechanism, but it is it is fixed in another way. It is not fixed horizontal, it is fixed somewhere else, but this door must be locked, you know. Okay. So we go on. But you, for example, you know, this you must think other way. This is the floor. It is turned around 90 degrees. It is not locking in the horizontal, but down in the floor, you know, or in the ceiling somehow. In the ceiling is the right word. Decke oben. Okay, we go on. So, and just to remember this.
People with mobility issues, and also
that you see, I want only that you see this KlackKlack is also he needed here, because this is one thing is to lock and to unlock the door, that the burglar cannot come in.
They have got pets.
But for example, this locking and unlocking, this don't expect it in this area. This can be here, but it can be also downside. You know, this is, I'm talking to you. This locking can be downside or upside. It must not be here. You know, not here. It. Okay, this magnet. Don't think to this. Don't think that it is like this horizontal. This is the principle, the mechanism, but this can be downside where you don't see it. You know. Okay. I hope the people understand what I'm telling you. Okay, so he presses it, and then it first has to unlock. But don't tell me this is not the auto slide in the case of Gable. I know it is. The auto slide is what it is doing, that it is opening automatically, you know, with a motor. But you can also only have the lock with electricity, you know, and then you open it by hand. This means just this video shall show that it makes this unlocking sound before the door open, before you can open the door.
So if they have got pets, people with mobility issues, and also
tuck tuck. This is at the beginning. You have the tuck 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 clacking sound. So okay, and this sound you get several times. So this is the time when Gable put her out, throw her out on the balcony, and comes back. But you will hear this sound later again. This is still
just 27 seconds after Warina Wright is locked out on the balcony. She falls to her death. The haunt.
And now you will hear this KlackKlack sound again.
Final scream recorded on Gable's phone.
And this is his conscious. now Gable stands here at the door. He is seeing this woman here 2 meters away, starting going over the edge, over this balcony stuff here, and this he sees her. He knows she will die. She's on her way to die, and his conscience is making him pain, and then therefore he is breathing so hard. He's looking to her. He will later lie that he only saw her later falling. No, he sees her. I prove that he was the whole time at the door, because I show it with the sound of the door. The sound of the door proves that he was standing there, seeing her going in to her death. And this is because she was drunk. He put her out. He put her in danger, and then he saw that she will die in danger, and he did not help her. And this is not active murder, but murder by omission, killing by omission, or how it's called. I'm not English, but I heard it. I think it's like the right name. So, and this is important. The discussion until now was, did he throw her down? No, he did not throw her down, but he put her out, and then he was standing near the door and watching her dying. And this is his guilt. This was not talked about, that he was watching her dying, and it was necessary to help her. And when you don't help a person, that he brought her in this situation by force, and she was drunk and not able to solve this situation. He was responsible, and this is a kind of killing. This he did is a kind of killing. It is not enough to say he did not throw her down. No, he killed her. He killed her. He killed her cold-blooded. No, not cold-blooded. Not totally cold-blooded. You hear him breathing. He is breathing because he knows what she is doing. He is seeing her going over this. What's the name? Geländer. Wait, I have to. Railing. The railing. He is going. He watches her going over the railing. He is constantly there watching her. This is the important information. It is not the theme if he had thrown her down. No, he did not throw her down. He threw her on the balcony. Then he closed the door. You hear the closing of the door. And because you hear the closing of the door, you learn the sound of the opening and the closing door. This electric mechanism that is locking, unlocking, what we saw. You learned it in the first situation, and now you will hear it again, because he will manipulate right when she is falling. He will manipulate again at the door, and this proves he is at the door. He is standing at the door. So he was a few seconds before at the door, and then when she was falling, he was also at the door. He was the whole time at the door, and he watched the whole time, and his conscience got wild. He was breathing because he was fighting inside. Shall he help her? He has to help her that she will not die, but he made the wrong decision, but his conscience made him breathe so much. So and this is not this with the door is not speculation. This is facts, and therefore there is you know, when you okay, facts. At the end, it must be checked out in this building, but 99% I'm sure. It is a 99% fact to me. And then there are so much facts that at the end you have so much that it is not still open to explain, that it is just logic, just plausibility to explain the rest. And this is when I say he watched her. He was at the door, and when he was not breathing from the fight because it was so terrible fight. It was a small girl. He was not breathing from the fight. He started breathing when he saw her going near her death. This made him breathe. Okay, so we check it. We check now this situation.
Just 27 seconds after Warina Wright is locked out on the balcony, she falls to her death. The haunting final scream recorded on Gable's phone.
Now this scream is heard through the locked door. This scream is the scream you can watch here. Yeah, the scream will come here, and it is you hear it. I agree with the police. This is a scream, yes, but it is something that you hear not so loud. But yes, this is a scream. But before the scream comes, you see he has, how many seconds has he? Has more than 5 seconds. He could have opened the door and reached her. He had enough time. He made the wrong decision that killed her.
Recorded on Gable's phone.
And now she falls. And I think I even cut out something. It was even more breathing, a longer time of breathing. I've cut something out here. But anyway, okay, you hear him breathing. And now she's falling. But then, after she falls, you heard again this clack clack. Hear it. And this is 1 second after she was falling. So he was at the door, and he pressed the button to unlock it. He then he a little bit opened it and closed it again. So, but he was at the door. So check it out. Tack tack. So, again.
Phone.
Now falling. Tack, tack, tack. 3 times again. 3 times. This door makes 3 sounds. 1, 2, 3. This door, when manipulating this door, it makes 3 sounds. So, and you know, this is the same sound of the door that we learned first. When he put her out on the balcony, we learn how the door sounds, and then later we see it's the same sound. Tack tack, tack tack. 3 sounds, and this is the same sound of the door that it's coming later when she falling. So he is the whole time at the door. So And this is new proof. Okay, you can say this guy in Germany, he is talking shit because he make but the content is top of the world, guys. Or I don't know where you hid it before. If this content exists, then where did you hide it? You have to talk about the door, guys. You have to talk about the door when you make these reports about this. The door is the important thing. The door, it gives the proof what happened. So when it's not top of the world, then where did you hide it? Show me who talked about this or before I did it. So okay, now I've tack. This is different, and it is helpful that you see where we are. You know this pattern. Yeah, now you know, and when you know it, what you hear, you realize it better. When you just hear a sound or so, but now you see it with your eyes also. This is making it better to understand. This is so fast. After she felt this is proving he is standing at the window, at the door. He could have helped her, and this is his guilt, and for this he must be punished and pay. He has to pay. If this process what was done, if it's not so easy to make a second process for his guilt, you know, what punishment, but he also has to pay, and this is, and his family has to pay, if he or help him to pay, and this is the point. This is the point. This is what is new now. This is a proof. Tack. And you see, this is this time when he threw her out on the balcony here, and this is when she fell, and it is the same sound. So this is what I'm showing here. So, okay.
Did you hear her scream? I didn't hear it with my own ears, no. My phone audio picked up. Are you serious?
This is a lie. Well, he is lying.
Yeah. No, all I saw was her on the other side of the rail for
this is his lie.
A fleeting moment, and then she was gone. All I saw was her on the other side of the rail for a fleeting moment.
These are the foreign.
So this is wait. Now. This is what his big lie at the end. His big lie at the end.
Oh, are you serious? Yeah. No, all I saw was her on the other side of the rail for a fleeting moment, and then she was gone.
And this is a lie.
All I saw was her on the other side of the rail for a fleeting moment.
No, not for a moment. You saw her the whole time, and you decided not to help her, to let her die. This is the truth. The sound of the door proves that this guy was the whole time standing at the door, and he could have helped her. He saw what she did, and he did not help her. And it is a proof, it is the quality of a proof that he was the whole time there.